Camilla, Duchess of Cornwall, beamed as she took part in the carriage ride during the Trooping the Colour parade. The Duchess was one of the members of the firm invited to take part in the traditional carriage procession, the first to take place since the beginning of the pandemic. Camilla shared the first carriage in the procession with Kate, Duchess of Cambridge, and, for the first time, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis. The five royals were all smiles as they waved to the thousands of people gathered through the mall leading up to Buckingham Palace. The Duchess donned a beautiful striped light blue outfit with a matching hat as she sat in front of Princess Charlotte. Camilla was spotted exchanging a few words with Kate, who looked radiant in a white outfit. The carriage drive ended at Horse Guards Parade, with the royals walking up to the Major General's office to later watch the Trooping the Colour parade together with non-working members of the firm. While Camilla and Kate looked regal during the drive, Charlotte, George and Louis melted hearts while marking this personal first. Indeed, this marks the first time the three children have been included in the carriage drive. In past years, the little Cambridges waited for their parents and close relatives at Buckingham Palace, watching the parade from one of the windows. This debut reminds of Prince William's first carriage ride on Trooping the Colour, who was aged 4 much like Louis today. Camilla and Kate were not in the company of their husbands Prince Charles and Prince William on the carriage. This is because they stood in for the Queen and took the salute of the armed forces. The Prince of Wales reviewed the troops in Horse Guards Parade, supported by his sister Princess Anne and son Prince William. This parade is the first the Duchess has attended since the monarch clearly expressed her wish for Camilla to take on the title of Queen Consort once her husband accedes to the throne. The Queen announced this in a statement dated February 5, 2022, on the eve of the beginning of the Platinum Jubilee. Other prominent members of the firm who joined Camilla during the ride were Sophie, Countess of Wessex, Prince Edward and their 2 children, Lady Louise and James, Viscount Severn. The carriage drive took them to Horse Guards Parade, where they joined other members of the royal family, including Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, and Prince Harry. Together they watched the parade from the Major General's office. There, they joined non-working members of the royal family. Among them, there were the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, who travelled back to the UK to mark the Jubilee and honour the Queen in person. This reunion at Horse Guards Parade marked the first time both Meghan and Harry were in the presence of several royals since they stepped down as full-time members of the firm in March 2020. Unlike Meghan and Harry, Camilla will be one of the members of the royal family to step onto the Buckingham Palace balcony later today to watch the RAF fly past. The only non-working members of the firm allowed to join the Queen on the palace balcony today have been Kate and Prince William's 3 children Prince George, Princess Charlotte and Prince Louis, who are expected to take on public duties as adults. Lady Louise Windsor and James, Viscount Severn, were also on the balcony, despite not being expected to take on royal duties in the future. Lastly, Princess Anne's husband Sir Timothy Lawrence stood next to his wife, whom he sometimes joins at events and on tours. The Queen's decision to only admit working royals on the balcony was announced last month. The Buckingham Palace statement read, "After careful consideration, the Queen has decided this year's traditional Trooping the Colour balcony appearance on Thursday 2 June will be limited to Her Majesty and those members of the royal family who are currently undertaking official public duties on behalf of the Queen."